Good morning, everybody. My name is Robin, and welcome to my channel, Bird's Eye Stitches. This is a channel about cross stitch, so if you are new here, then welcome. Hopefully you are here because you have a love of cross stitch like I do. And if you are returning, then still welcome. Clearly you are here because you have a love of cross stitch just like I do. Today it's early morning. It is Sunday, January 11th. It is freezing here in Arizona, so we've got a sweatshirt. Truly need to brush my hair, but whatever. It's early morning, it's cold outside, it's a great day for stitching and to start it off for filming. So that's what we're gonna do today. Today I don't have any finishes, but I've got some whips, I've got some plans, I've got a little tiny bit of haul, the huge. So we will get right to it. Okay, my notes and plans books. Let's see here. I grabbed a couple of comments from my last video from last week. So you might hear my dog eating. She's eating her breakfast. And she is 12 pounds of fury, but the world's loudest eater. Tried to pause to see if you could hear it, but I guarantee you if you are wearing headphones, you're gonna hear some crunching in the background. It's okay. Anyway, so my words for the year, you know, everyone has their New Year resolutions and all that stuff. I decided to go with words this year. My two words, one is confidence, which has more to do with my work life and whatnot, but the other one is consistency. So I am trying very hard to consistently film every week, maybe every 2 weeks if we're traveling or something like that, but still 1 week's progress, or it's been 1 week since my last video. So we're still in the month of January, but I will take it. So consistency is key, right? Okay, so people who made some comments on my last video, I had the Dottie Daisy, which I took a look. So the Dottie Daisy, she does have a Flosstube channel. I have not watched it yet. I did subscribe and I do have her video on my watch list. So I might get to that later today. I'm excited to see what she does. But the Dottie Daisy, she said that she received her Whip Warrior planner. So the Whip Warrior planner is this one, looks like this. And so she was excited to get in there and to start using it. So to the Dottie Daisy, I hope you love it. I am really enjoying mine. I'm using mine because I don't do a lot of the Whip Warrior challenges just because there's so many, and I 100% will get overwhelmed if I try to get too many challenges in. But I am using it to track other challenges. So I hope you love it. I'm excited to see what you do with it. And yeah, I'll have to watch you on your channel to see if you show how you're using this planner. So very cool there. And then what else did we have? I had, Anne. So Anne Link, hi Anne. Anne has been a subscriber on my channel since the very beginning. She comments all the time, and she's a truly good human. So hi Anne, happy Sunday. So she says that she has probably 30 pieces to FFO, which is amazing. I know, Anne, that you were making the comment because, so last week I showed an FFO of a piece that I stitched for my husband that he does have on his desk, so that's awesome. So I showed that FFO piece last week, and so Anne made a comment that she has a whole bunch to get done herself. However, I feel like the fact that you have 30 pieces that are done is just awesome. I pulled out my bin from under the bed because, well, my camera's angled this way, but behind me, I actually do have the restart of my bird wall. It has 4 things up there, and underneath those 4 framed pieces, there's some, I guess people who lived here before, they had some holes in the wall that we just haven't patched because, well, to be honest, 1, I'm lazy, and 2, I'm gonna cover them up when I put the other bird wall pieces up there. And I have 3 pieces ready to be framed. They're bird pieces, they'll fit perfectly right there. So I just need to get to it. So Anne, I'm right there with you. I have nowhere near 30, but I wish I did, maybe one day. So, and Anne, thanks for being a subscriber and for commenting and for being, just being a great person and a great friend. Okay, so those were the comments that I pulled from my last video. So thank you for leaving those, appreciate it. I will talk a little bit about the Flosstubers I've been watching as I show some stuff, because I think it might relate, I think. Okay, so what have I been working on? Well, because I have the Whip Warrior book here, I will just open this guy up. All right, so I did a little bit of work on my piece for WhipGo over this past week. So for WhipGo, this is my WhipGo board. And the numbers that were called this month were number 2 and number 7. So number 2 for me was Spring Forest Scrapbook by Lindy. Well, it's by Lindy Stitches and also the Blue Flower. I have both designers' charts. I bought the whole thing because I love them both. And I'm currently working on a block from the Lindy Stitches charts. So I am working on this guy here with the deer. Super cute. I am stitching mine, and I know this because I have my fancy Seasick stitch card. Thank you, Carolyn. Hi, Carolyn. So I'm stitching mine on a piece of 32 count fiber on a whim fabric in the color Silver Fox. And last time you guys saw this, I had stitched a little bit of the white aspen trees, and then I'd messed up, but I'm leaving it. I had white border coming down this side. That is there, but I continued mine on way farther than it should have gone. But it is what it is. So that's all I had done on that piece. For my WhipGo, I try to stitch on these for 4 hours for each piece. I am 3 out of 4 hours done. So I have 1 more hour to get completed, and that's on my to-do list for later today, so I can put this one away. But we are here. So okay, so I gave myself an extra tree. I was supposed to put this tiny tree here. When I picked up the chart is kind of cut in half, right? Because it's a big piece, so I did one half and then the other. And when I grabbed the second chart, for whatever reason, probably because I was watching Hell's Kitchen, I started counting from this little tree to this one. But when it doesn't hurt anything. I like a lot of trees, so I just gave myself an extra aspen tree. No big deal there. So I got some more of these trees done. I still need to get up here and get down here. And then I began stitching on the deer. So I have all of the brown completed for the deer. I still need to go in and give him some antlers and some hooves, give him some feet, all that kind of stuff. But we have the beginning of a deer. I am super excited because I will definitely be able to finish the rest of this little deer today in my 1 hour, because it's just a little bit of black stitching for antlers, and then there's another color that comes in just to give him some depth. But I will have that done today, and I should, maybe, I don't know, we'll see. I know I can finish the deer, and I might be able to finish the aspen trees. There's only like 2 left. And then, oh, it's behind me. I might be able to start on this guy here. So yeah, I'm really excited to stitch these adorable deer heads. Like this is the best part of the whole chart. Look how cute they are. Look at their little eyelashes. It's so cute. So looking forward to that. Once I finish my 1 hour on this though, this piece will go away. I'll show it in next week's video just to show where I'm at. But then this one will go away, at least for the month. I don't know when it will be called again for WhipGo or if I'll use it in an acrostic, but it'll be gone for January. I worked on that. Then, let's see, next thing to show you guys is my 25/7 piece. So 25/7 is it's a Facebook group run by Melanie Watkins, the Soulful Stitcher. Hi, Melanie. So she came with the idea of 25/7, right? You stitch either 25 minutes a night every single day of the week. My dog's not drinking water. Okay, things that I'm learning. If I film early in the morning, do it after the dog's breakfast. Got it. Okay, so for 25/7, I like to use a piece that is either a new start or closest to the finished. So for me, it was a new start. My New Year new start this year was Sweet Wings Studio Far Better Things. Looks like this. I am stitching this so I can bring it to work with me. And I am stitching mine on a piece of 25 count Opal Lugana from Bestitch Me in the color Through the Stones. Okay, this one was started on January 2nd. I did not get to it on the 1st. So besides that one day, I am current. I still need to stitch on it today, but I'm current up to yesterday with my 25 stitches a day, and we are here. I forgot how much I love Opal Lugana. It is so pretty. I feel like I could literally stitch every single thing in the world on Opal Lugana and it would just make me happy. It's like the perfect amount of sparkle. It's super pretty. Okay, so I stitched the whole border. I'm starting to get this little light post taken care of. It's coming along nicely. And then I'm working on this bottom brick wall. This piece is actually stitching up pretty quickly. I mean, I have a ton to go, but I really want to get through the rest of the light post by this next week and then finish the brick wall area. Then I might need some recommendations. I'm gonna pull a couple of fancy flosses. I don't really love how I know that the chart, right, has the words far better. Like they kind of broke up the colors with different color floss. I think I would rather use the same floss for the whole thing, but maybe choose like a fancy variegated floss of some sort. So I might pull a couple different options once I have more of this stitched and have you guys help me choose which color to do. But that's where we are at on 25/7. It's been working out really well to get up and do my 25/7 stitching before going to work. My job, sometimes I work a 12, 14, 16, no, long days. I love my job, but I work very long days. So sometimes when I get home, I'm just not feeling like stitching per se. So getting up in the morning and doing that stitching first thing has been great. Put you in a good mood, make sure you get your progress done. So definitely gonna keep that going. So that's been really, really nice. All right, that was 25/7. The next thing that I worked on was, let's see, Bringo. Okay, so Bringo is it is a month-long challenge that if you are part of the Magazine Monthly Challenge Facebook group that I run with my friend Carolyn Cizik Stitch. If you are part of that group, then you know what Bringo is, or if you've been watching Flosstube, there's a lot of people who are doing Bringo this year, which is fantastic. So I am way behind in my Bringo, but I'm going to get caught up today, tomorrow, all of that. So we will get caught up there. So I gotta grab my other planner. Does anybody else have like 5 planners that they work out of? Okay, I don't have 5, but I do have 3. I have my Whip Warrior one for most of my stitching challenge tracking, and then I have my main stitching one for like my day-to-day and my Magazine Monthly Challenge stuff, because that's my main focus, obviously, and then my personal planner for like day-to-day stuff. So okay, anyway, I digress. So Bringo. This is really kind of sad, actually, but that's okay. So I have highlighted all of the calls. So we do a call every day. Carolyn pulls the number for the following day. So these are, as of this morning, all of the numbers that have been called. And I have only completed those 3. So I said I have a ways to go, but I've been mainly focusing on my Whip Go, and so yeah, here we are. It is what it is. So here's this, and the piece that I finished stitching on, I know last week I showed you, what did we have? Quaker Posies. I had done 2 out of the 3 times it was called. It actually got called the first 3 days, was all the same project. So I had done the first 2 days. I had 1 more day worth of stitching, which for Bringo, it's just 1 hour or 100 stitches, or some people just use it to be the call that they work on for the whole day. I'm only really doing the 100 stitches. So I took out Quaker Posies for one more time. And let's see, Quaker Posies is from Just Cross Stitch Magazine, Spring 2025 issue. Theirs looks like this. Theirs is very springy. Very nice, very nice. Mine is not springy. Mine looks more classic, I think. So I am stitching mine in DMC 347, which is a great red. And I'm stitching it on a piece of Legacy linen 34 count in the color Coconut Macaroon. And mine is now here. So we're this far. I am almost done with this big old Quaker here. We're getting there. I finished this one completely. This border is done. This top guy is done. And I did a lot of work on this one right here. So the border of that one is done. I just have like literally this chunk here I have to do at the bottom, and then that big Quaker will be complete. So this one is getting close to a finish. I stitched on it for 1 more hour for Bringo, and then I kept it out for an additional hour because this was also my my theme piece, and for my theme I like to stitch on them for 4 hours. So it was called 3 times, and then I kept it out 1 extra hour. So this one will be put away for the rest of the month, but you will very likely see this. Oh no, it will not be 25/7 next month, but I will probably take this out next month just because I really want to get a finish in because I'm running out of room. I chose to be part of the 26 and 26 for Whip Warriors, which means that I can stitch on, I have 26 of my current whips that I have highlighted that I wanted to focus on for the year, and I can't start another one until I get a finish. So I've got a couple new starts within that 26 and 26 because I knew I was going to start them in 2026, but yeah, I'm out of room. So I've got all 26 set aside, and I've got some really good stuff coming in the mail. Plus I have some really good stuff that's kitted up. So I need to get some finishes done. So anyway, you will see this again at some point next month. That was Quaker Posies. I've taken up my dog's spot with all of my cross stitch stuff. So she's sitting right here looking at me very sad. So I might have to make some room for her so she can join me back here on the rest of the video. We'll see. Okay, last but not least. Oh, that was last. Okay, so those are the only projects that I worked on over this past week. Like I said, I had some very long work hours, but I got my 25/7 stitching in, so I was happy about that. My Whip Go piece is almost complete. I've only got 1 more hour. And then I finished the work I was doing on Quaker Posies for the month, so that will go away and you will see it again next month. So let's talk about plans. So my plans for this next week is I need to get caught up on Bringo. So that means that you are going to see E Pluribus Unum come back out. You'll see the Porcupine come back out because it's been called, and Majestic Unicorn. So I wanted to show you guys where I'm at on Majestic Unicorn because if I remember correctly, I know it was only a week ago, but you know, if I remember correctly, I don't think that I had Majestic Unicorn pulled. So let me show you where I'm at to start on that. I talked about it, but I don't, if I did show you, oh well. Everyone loves to see this piece, so we'll show you again. Okay, so the actual name of this is Moonlight Magic, but I call it Majestic Unicorn. It is from Ultimate Cross Stitch Christmas from 2015, which is probably when I freaking started this piece. Looks like this. It's gorgeous. And this is off the Q snap, so I am here. That is where we're at. Okay, I had to pause because old Squatch here found her toy bin, and she was playing with a toy that she killed the squeaker, so therefore she did not like that toy anymore. So she had to find a toy that had the squeaker, and it gets extremely loud. So we played with the toy for a while. Now she's gonna hang up here. Maybe, we'll see. Yeah. She's joining us for the rest of the video. Cool. Okay, so majestic unicorn, moonlight magic. Here we go. We are here. I've been here for like a year. So my goal, this has been called twice so far on Bringo. And I really want to use those 2 hours to finish these legs up here and then get the back stitch done for that section. I've been back stitching as I go on this piece, just because if I don't, I'll never do it. So I want to get the back stitching done after I finish those legs, and then do the back stitching on the bottom feet as well. So I dislike back stitching, but gotta do it. It truly brings it to life. I mean, you can really see the difference between the head and say those feet. So just a huge difference a little bit of back stitch makes. This piece does still need some beads. So you'll see some holes in there where the beading goes. I don't know if I will actually, well, I'll put beads in the main, but I think for everywhere else, I might just find a metallic or really bright, like a Kreinik probably, and just do that instead. I don't know, we'll see. I just gotta finish the stitching on this piece. So I've got this whole side of the border and then a bottom border left, and of course the rest of the unicorn. So that is where we're at. That is coming out first thing, so you guys will see this one in next week's video. And I said, so far it's been called twice, but it's on my board like 5 times. So it should get at least, hopefully, 5 hours of stitching over this next month. So focus for this weekend and this next week is to get caught up in my Bringo pulls. Of course, work on 25/7, and then I will pull the next Whip Go piece week after next. So yeah, because trying to do Whip Go and Bringo is a little hard, so I have to kind of go back and forth for me. But those are the main plans. Last thing I really wanted to show you was I got a little bit of haul, just a smidge. So I will probably have a larger haul video next week. Christmas funds. I made purchases from Garan, which is what I'm going to show you right now. And then I made a purchase from Lindy Stitches, which is on its way. You all know Garan, he has like lightning fast shipping. I seriously don't know how they do it, but somehow they do. So I picked up, there's 3 things from Garan. I've never stitched anything from Love Poppet before, but I really like these charts. So I've got 2 things from Love Poppet. We have Night Riders, looks like this. I'm not the biggest Halloween stitcher, but I really like how, like, the witch and the cat, and then it's like a lacy moon, so it's like fancy Halloween, if that makes sense. So I picked that one up. And then, because if you have Halloween, you have to have Christmas, right? So I also have Driving Home for Christmas. Looks like this. How cute is this? Look at this little car and the Santa, and then the tree that's way too big for the car. When I was a kid, my mom, she used to love going Christmas tree hunting, I guess. We wouldn't chop them down ourselves, we'd go to a lot. And to be honest, we usually went close to the day before Christmas or like the week of, because that's just when the trees were marked down, and so they're more affordable. So we would, she would choose the biggest tree that they had, always. And we had older cars, and we would strap this tree to these cars, and I swear it would look just like this. It was crazy, but great memories. So I'm excited to break this one out at some point. Super cute there. And then I don't remember, I don't know what Flosstuber I was watching, but they showed Teresa Kogut's Hello Santa. You all have seen this a million times because everybody has it. To be honest, I like Teresa Kogut, but some of her patterns are, they're a little prim, right? The colors aren't super bright, but sometimes it just really speaks to me. And I normally like stitching snowmen more than Santas, but I really like the ones in this book. To be honest, it's probably the variegated floss that she uses that just speaks to me. So I love this Santa here. And again, you all have seen this a bunch, I'm sure. So I was just going to show you my favorite chart from here. Probably should have marked it. Ah, there it is. Okay. I love this guy. I mean, yellow Santa, he's got the snowman, all about joy. Love this. So I really like this piece a lot. This will probably be the first one that I stitch from this book at some point. Who knows when. So, okay, that is it for haul. We've done haul, we've done plans. I've got my bird globetrotter here. So I have all the floss pulled. I just need to go and grab some fabric, which I know I have some fabric that will work well for this on hand. I will get him at least started next week because, so on the Magazine Monthly Challenge group, as well as everywhere, there's a lot of people who are stitching this. And like almost everyone has finished this bird and it is amazing. Like I have to stitch this literally just for this bird. Yellow bird, little goggles. Yeah, so I'm gonna get this one started. You will see this will be my 25/7 piece for next month because even though I'm starting it this month, it's not gonna get a whole lot of love. And if you watched my whip parade, you will see that I used to put in like 10 stitches on a piece, mainly for Mania way back in the day. And then it would go away. And I don't want to continue that because then I never pick it back up. So this will come out for my 25/7 piece next month, but I want to get it started next week. So, okay, that is that. I am going to take my dog here for a walk because she has tons of energy this morning, clearly. I hope you all have a great day and I will see you next week. Happy stitching.